What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 NOCO 400. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series headed to Martinsville, the half-mile pay-per-click trap for the 9th race of the 2023 season. The first quarter mark of the season after this weekend at Martinsville will be officially complete. The last time we raced here at Martinsville in the spring race, we saw only two drivers basically dominate. Chase Elliott led like about 200 or 300 laps, and William Byron basically led the other 200 or 300 laps of the race, and William Byron would dominate and go to victory lane in the spring race. Now, in the fall race, we saw a lot of tempers flaring, a lot of beating and banging, with Christabel stealing the victory, getting the victory late in the race, and we saw the Hail Melon by Ross Chastain. Will we see a lot of that in this race? We'll have to wait and see. And we'll find out with the new short track package, it probably should produce a better race than what we saw last time. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So weather is looking a little bit bleak for the weekend. So it's going to be 78 degrees a high, right now 49 degrees a low. But right now, there's a 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms. Keep in mind, it's really early in the week when I'm recording this video, but the weather could still be about this, and it'll be one thing to watch. So this race may start on time. We may not get to halfway. This race might be to halfway. We may not get all 400 laps in. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But with it being warmer temperatures, it should create a lot more rubber on the racetrack and create a lot more greater racing. So now, finally, let's jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. For the Cup Series, I do two stock picks, two drivers I expect to struggle, who've been struggling over the last 2 weeks, two underdog picks, two drivers expect to run really good under fun equipment who need to have a really good run, who I think will have a good run. And I do my winner's pick, driver I think is going to win the race. And then I do drivers you need to watch out for the weekend. And I got 5 drivers you need to watch out for alongside the winner. So now, let's jump into picks for this weekend at Martinsville. Who are my suck picks for this weekend at Martinsville? My first suck pick is a driver who's not just sucked for a couple weeks, who has generally sucked the first quarter of the season. He has only scored one top 15 finish in the 2023 season, and right now has a 26.1 average finish. This is typically his worst start to a NASCAR season in his Cup Series career. I'm talking about Aric Almirola. Aric Almirola probably should have retired at the end of the season last year because it has been an embarrassing year for Aric Almirola. And I know Stewart-Haas Racing has generally been terrible this year. And I do also feel a little bad for Aric Almirola. But man, it's just been a rough year for Stewart-Haas Racing in general. And I think Aric Almirola's bad luck is going to continue, where I think he's once again going to finish outside the top 20. Maybe be on the verge of getting a top 20. And I know the SHR has been somewhat good on their short track package. But I think that Aric Almirola is going to have a bad run this weekend at Martinsville. My second and other underdog suck pick for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 42 car for Legacy Motor Club, and that is Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson's also had a very rough 2023, and I didn't expect Noah Gragson to do great this season. I expected him probably about 26th or 27th in points, but Noah Gragson's been worse than expectations. Noah Gragson's only, I think, had 1 or 2 top 20 finishes throughout the season so far, and generally that 42 car has not looked better than what Ty Dillon did last year. He's got like a 25th, 5.9 average finish. It's just been a rough year for Noah Gragson, and I think his bad luck is going to continue this weekend at Martinsville. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to underdog picks for this weekend at Martinsville. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick is a driver who ran really good at this race last year. He's been historically really good at Martinsville throughout his career and had a pretty good run at Bristol Dirt, finishing 12th. My first one is Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, I think, is going to have a much-needed run this week, and I think his momentum is going to start heading up in a better direction. I thought at the beginning of the year he was really showing some great stuff, but the last 3 or 4 weeks outside of Bristol Dirt has just been a really big struggle. But I think this is going to be the bounce-back week that he needs. I think he's going to contend for top 5 this weekend, might steal a win this weekend, and maybe get that 3rd career victory, but I think Bubba Wallace for sure will be contender. They'll be underdog this weekend at Martinsville. My second underdog pick for this weekend is the driver of the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Josh Berry. I think Josh Berry's been pretty underrated so far this year in his select NASCAR Cup Series starts, and I think this is going to be his best chance and best opportunity to perform, unless, of course, Chase Elliott gets back behind the wheel, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think Josh Berry is going to be a really strong underdog pick. I think he's going to be very, very quick, very, very fast, and I think that Josh Berry will contend for a top 5 this weekend. Yes, I think this is going to be Berry's best showing he's had in the Cup car so far. I think he's going to legitimately be a top 5 contender, and I think he's going to have a fantastic run this weekend at Martinsville. And now we'll go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend at Martinsville. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick is a driver who's the only driver so far to have multiple victories in the 2023 season. But I think this guy's going to get his 3rd victory in 2023. I'm going with William Byron to pick up his 3rd win of 2023 and his 6th or 7th career NASCAR Cup Series victory. William Byron's been extremely strong so far this year, and while he's also shown some inconsistencies this year, feels like Alex Bowman in some way from 2021, he's been generally really fast this year, but arguably at times the fastest car at points, and I think the Hendrick Motorsports is going to bring a really strong car for William Byron this weekend, where I think he's going to be really fast, a major contender, and I think Hendrick Motorsports will bring a fast car where William Byron will get his 3rd victory of a 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season. And now we'll go ahead and jump on to the ones you need to watch out for this weekend in Martinsville. Who are the drivers you should watch out for? The first driver you should watch out for is the most recent winner at Martinsville and the most recent winner in the Cup Series at Bristol Dirt, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell's been really strong so far in 2023. He's like 4 or 5 top 5s this year, and actually right now sits as a regular season points leader after a strong showing. I think he's going to have another strong car. He might get a 2nd straight win in a row and a 2nd straight win at Martinsville. I think he's already a championship threat and a championship contender early in the season. I think that Joe Gibbs Racing, once again, is going to bring him some fast pieces, some really strong equipment, and I think Christopher Bell will be a contender this weekend at Martinsville. My second driver you need to watch out for this weekend is the driver of the 8 car for Rich Choice Racing, Kyle Busch. Now, Kyle Busch has had a couple not-so-great races recently, though he did have a strong run at COTA, but he got like 20th at Richmond, and unfortunately had some power steering issues, something break on the car at Bristol Dirt. But, and I also know that Kyle Busch struggled last time at Martinsville, but I think Kyle Busch is going to have a big bounce-back weekend. RCR looked really strong with their short track program, and I think that Rich Choice Racing is going to give Kyle Busch a strong car this weekend, where I think he will contend for top 5. Plus, he's got a new sponsor for this weekend, which is really exciting stuff. I think Kyle Busch will be a threat for the win this weekend. The third driver you should watch out for is the driver of the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson. Now, Kyle Larson's been really strong this year, been really fast. Now, of course, Kyle Larson's had some beef recently with Ryan Preece, but I don't think you're going to see more issues and beef between Kyle Larson, because it seems like every time Larson has a fast car in Martinsville, something tends to go wrong. I think Larson's going to lead quite a few laps, be up there contending with William Byron, and I think Hendrick Motorsports brings him a strong piece, and he will contend for a victory and maybe get a 2nd win in the last 3 weeks in his 21st career Cup Series victory. The 4th driver you should watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver of the 6 car for RFK, Brad Keselowski. This one's probably going to surprise a lot of people, considering Brad Keselowski last year struggled with RFK. But last year at this race, Brad Keselowski, yes, I know he got DQ'd in Martinsville, but he was genuinely running in the top 5 all day long. And I think that RFK is going to bring some really strong and fast pieces along for Chris Buescher as well. I think Brad Keselowski is going to contend for a top 5 and even a win this weekend. This could be a potential shot and a possibility for Brad Keselowski to stop a near 2 winless year streak. I think he's going to have a shot to get it done. And I think the RFK will bring some good cars for this weekend at Martinsville. And the 5th and final driver you should watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 4 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, Kevin Harvick. This also surprised a lot of people, but Kevin Harvick's been really strong everywhere. He's been in the top 5 in points pretty much all year long, and I think that Stewart-Haas Racing is going to be once again a little better. They've been showing a little more improvement on their speed over the last couple weeks. It seems like their short track program is definitely a lot better than their other programs, including their Super Speedway program. But I think that Kevin Harvick has another fantastic run, another great run. And I really believe that Kevin Harvick will absolutely be a contender for the win this weekend. This could be the week where Kevin Harvick gets that first win of 2023. It'd be really good for him, and it'd be nice to see Kevin Harvick have a shot to get a victory this weekend at Martinsville. So, those are my race picks for the 2023 NOCO 400. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Eric Almirola and Noah Gragson. My underdog picks are Bubba Walsh, Josh Berry, of course, substituting for Chase Elliott. And my winner's pick is William Byron. And the ones to watch are Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, and Kevin Harvick. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the 2023 NOCO 400. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you know if I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below with that, and comment your thoughts below, and comment below your picks for this weekend's NASCAR Cup Series race at Martinsville. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, and let me know who you think is going to win this weekend's Cup race, and let me know the 5 drivers you're watching out for alongside the winner. Let me know those in the comments below. Later today on the channel, we're going to have a NASCAR news video in the early afternoon. Then on Thursday, we're going to have the first official silly season predictions on the channel. And then on Friday, we're going to have a NASCAR news video along with, of course, the race review for the truck race at Martinsville pending the weather. Then Saturday, we have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Martinsville as well. And then Sunday, we'll have the NASCAR Cup Series race review from Martinsville, along with maybe another special video dropping on the channel that day. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.